Imagine the human mind as a blank slate, ready for knowledge. We all start here, born not knowing, learning as we go. But what if the slate is filled with errors, or the writer refuses to write at all? This is where confusion begins. Not knowing, not thinking, and not being able to learn are not the same. Today, we're overwhelmed with information, yet clarity is rare. Leaders make baffling decisions, not just from ideology, but from a breakdown in thinking itself. The root of this confusion, we mix up ignorance, foolishness, and stupidity. Understanding these differences is crucial for making sense of our world and holding people accountable. We'll define each, show real examples, and introduce a new danger, stupidity squared, when error becomes aggressive and self-destructive. Let's begin this journey toward understanding. Ignorance is simply not knowing. Nothing more, nothing less. It's not a flaw, it's a starting point. We're all ignorant about something, and that's normal. The healthy response to ignorance is curiosity. Asking questions, seeking answers. A child who doesn't know the stove is hot isn't bad, just uninformed. Once taught, they learn and grow safer. The same goes for voters or professionals lacking information. Ignorance is easily fixed with education and openness. Problems arise only when ignorance is mistaken for knowledge or worn as a badge of pride. We should never use ignorant as an insult. It's a temporary state. Our goal should be to fill gaps, not shame others. Ignorance only becomes dangerous when paired with stubbornness. That's when it starts to morph into something more troubling. Foolishness isn't about lacking information, it's about poor judgment. Even smart people can act foolishly, ignoring what they know. Ego, impatience, or impulse often drive these choices. Picture a CEO who knows research is vital but cuts the budget for a quick profit, sacrificing the future for short-term gain. Or a leader who, despite expert warnings, imposes harmful policies just to look tough. The foolish have the facts but ignore them, acting on emotion instead of reason. The difference? Foolish people can learn from mistakes. They feel regret, embarrassment, and sometimes change course. Foolishness is a stumble, not a permanent state. Intelligence alone isn't enough. Wisdom and humility matter. The key is the ability to reflect and grow. When we see foolishness, we should encourage learning, not just criticize. But when learning stops, we enter more dangerous territory. That's where stupidity begins. Stupidity is more than ignorance or a bad decision. It's a refusal or inability to process information. When faced with facts, the stupid person reacts with anger or denial, not curiosity or regret. Imagine someone warned repeatedly about a hot stove, who touches it anyway, gets burned, and blames others or invents conspiracies. Stupidity is a failure of causal reasoning, a wall against learning. In politics, this looks like leaders who ignore consequences, repeat slogans, and attack experts instead of engaging with evidence. As Bonhoeffer warned, stupidity is more dangerous than malice because it's unpredictable and immune to logic. Evil has a purpose. Stupidity is chaos. You can't reason with it because it rejects reason itself. This makes stupidity incredibly hard to fight. Twain's advice rings true. Never argue with stupid people. They'll drag you down and beat you with experience. Stupidity is a closed loop, impervious to facts. It's not just a lack of knowledge, it's a refusal to know. And it's everywhere. If stupidity is a wall, stupidity squared is a fortress. Aggressive, self-reinforcing, and destructive. Here, ego and error combine. Every failure becomes proof the world is wrong, not the decision maker. Instead of learning, the person doubles down, attacking facts and blaming others. The cycle, a bad decision leads to disaster, but instead of reflection, there's denial and scapegoating. The slate isn't just ignored, it's smashed. Recent history offers examples. Failed policies met not with correction, but with more of the same and louder blame. Stupidity² traps leaders and nations in spirals of denial and chaos. Ego becomes a shield, deflecting all criticism. Course correction becomes impossible. The result? A downward spiral where every mistake leads to another, and truth is the enemy. This is the most dangerous form of unreason. Let's clarify these concepts side by side. Ignorance is a blank slate, open to learning. Foolishness writes the wrong thing, but can erase and try again. Stupidity refuses to write, rejecting new information. Stupidity² smashes the slate, attacking anyone who points out the error. The ignorant are curious, the foolish regretful, the stupid dismissive, and the squared hostile. Ignorance and foolishness are fixable. Stupidity and its squared form are closed systems. Rational arguments fail because you're not debating facts, you're threatening identity. For those trapped in Stupidity², admitting error feels like annihilation. They'll fight to protect their worldview, no matter the cost. This is why understanding these differences matters so much. Stupidity has always troubled thinkers and leaders. Martin Luther King Jr. warned of sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity, the latter being proud, active, and dangerous. Einstein noted, "Genius has its limits, but stupidity is not thus handicapped." Stupidity knows no bounds. It can propose the impossible and believe the absurd. Harlan Ellison joked, "The two most common elements in the universe are hydrogen and stupidity." The point: stupidity is everywhere, and it's powerful. When people unite in unreason, dysfunction multiplies. History is full of warnings about the destructive force of collective stupidity. We must take these lessons seriously. The fight against stupidity is ongoing. Only vigilance and humility can keep it in check. Recent headlines show these concepts in action. Our politics have become a case study in stupidity and its consequences. The shift from post-truth to stupidity marks a deeper crisis. Not just lying, but a collapse in thinking. Leaders fail to ask, and then what? Leading to predictable disasters. The 2025 tariff debacle policies based on emotion, not economics, triggered global chaos. Instead of rethinking, leaders blamed everyone else, a textbook case of Stupidity². Appointing a vaccine skeptic to lead public health wasn't just foolish, it was a dangerous rejection of science. Even small blunders like security lapses stem from a culture that devalues careful thought. From major policy to minor errors, the common thread is a departure from reason. The cost is real: economic pain, public health risks, and eroded trust. This is why understanding stupidity isn't just academic, it's urgent. We started with the blank slate. Ignorance, foolishness, stupidity, and Stupidity². These aren't just definitions, they're tools for diagnosing our world. In an age of information overload, knowing what kind of error we face is the first step to fixing it. Ignorance needs information, foolishness needs reflection. But stupidity resists logic, and Stupidity² attacks it. The opposite of stupidity isn't intelligence, it's rationality, a commitment to evidence and reality. We must demand this from leaders and ourselves. Reward curiosity, hold the stubbornly wrong accountable, and guard our own thinking. The fight against stupidity is a fight for the future. Our decisions must be tethered to reality, not ego or noise. Understanding the difference between not knowing and refusing to know is where our defense begins.